Just like many of you, I am a child of the 80s. I was born in 1975, but I was raised on the most amazing decade of them all. You remember that decade, don't you? When disco was dead and heavy metal was on top of the world. If you are from that decade, you know that we have the best music, we have the best movies, and we have the best cartoon shows. He-Man, we have Transformers, but we also have G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe, on the land, on the sea, in the air.
G.I. Joe attack!
Crashing through the sky comes a fearful cry. Cobra! Cobra! Armies of the night, evil taking flight. Cobra! Cobra! Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Panic spreading far and wide. Who can turn the tide? G.I. Joe! G.I. Joe! G.I. Joe!
Okay, now, after so many years, G.I. Joe has finally gone to the silver screen on a live action movie. It's not the first time that G.I. Joe is on theaters. As you remember, there is a animated movie. But I'm not going to say a lot of things about the new movie. I already made a review on it, and there's not enough to say about the movie. I know that most of you will agree with me that the movie is okay. It's not the big deal. I actually like it better than Transformers 2, but there's not very much to say. Now, the thing that I brought G.I. Joe into this is that we all know that G.I. Joe has been around for many years. G.I. Joe, at the beginning, it was an action figure that resembles Barbie dolls. It was the equivalent for a boy, a Barbie doll for a boy. It was an action figure that you actually, instead of changing dresses, changing Barbie dresses, you were changing him in uniforms, preparing him to go to battle. And that was what G.I. Joe original was. Now, G.I. Joe, for many years, has been one of the most successful toy lines of all time. And you may remember that. There were so many toys in G.I. Joe back in the day. Now, the thing is that G.I. Joe also have a very big history in video game. There are a few video games out there that many people actually didn't know. For starters, I'm a very fan of the Atari 2600, and if you saw one of my latest videos, you will know that my first console is an Atari 2600, and I really love that system so much. And there is one G.I. Joe game for the 2600. At the same time, there's a lot of the other video games of G.I. Joe that we didn't know. The thing is that we know more about the G.I. Joe games that came for the NES. We have two G.I. Joe games. One of them was made by Capcom. Now, my favorite one is the Capcom one from the two. Both games are very, very good. But you know me, I love Capcom a lot, so every time that I see something that has the Capcom name on it, I will play it. Now, the thing is that the new G.I. Joe game out there, I haven't been able to play. I saw many other videos, reviews about the new G.I. Joe game. I played the DS version, which is very dull. I really do not like the new G.I. Joe game on the DS. Why? Because the action gets interrupted all the time by all the conversations and the text that comes into the screen, and that gets very boring. Now, but I see a lot of things how the new G.I. Joe video game, it looks cool. I haven't been able to play it. I'm gonna try. The real reason why I brought G.I. Joe into this is because I want to show you another unsung hero of video game history. Unsung hero? You may ask what that is. You remember a few videos back that I showed you one of the great arcade games that never made it to the home console? Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Well, that was my first unsung hero of video game history. Those amazing video games had never made it to home console, so I got one more for you. Let's check it out. Okay guys, this is what I want to talk to you about. The G.I. Joe arcade game. The first thing is I want to apologize to all of you because the emulation that I got is not the best. So sorry about that, guys. So let's get started. This arcade game is one of my favorites, and once again, it's one of the unsung heroes of video game history. Why? Because this game never made it to a home console, and it's very sadly that this game never made it. Although we do have two amazing G.I. Joe games on the NES, the Capcom and the other one, which I do not remember the name of the company. But there are two great G.I. Joe video games, but this one takes the cake. It's made by Konami, and as you know, Konami makes great games on arcades, home console, and all that shit. So let's take a look. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you can see this amazing video game. Okay, here we go. So let's put in our virtual quarters in. A lot of quarters. Now this is a 4-player game, and I'm gonna be using all 4 G.I. Joes. It's more fun this way. As you can see, we have Heavy Duty, we have Scarlet, we have Duke, we have Snake Eyes. Now Heavy Duty is in front of Scarlet. Now everybody is all glued up. That's the only thing. Now this game, as you can see, has some similar elements that can be found on the new G.I. Joe video game. You are shooting all your enemies by walking up. Perhaps they actually took something from this game to design the new G.I. Joe video game. I haven't been able to play that game yet, but I will soon. Now, this game is very, very entertaining, and the best part is to be able to play with all 4 G.I. Joes in the game. And we also have bombs. Die everybody. That's the best part. Now, the game is not that long. It's a very short game, just 5 levels actually, if I recall very well. But it's very, very cool and very entertaining one. Yeah. Just showing you just some of the action of the game. Now this would have been a great game on the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis. Perhaps you can see that the emulation is not the best, but you can play the game anyway, so no problems there. But I'm gonna let these people kill me. For the Snake Eyes. Okay, there we have all 4s. Come on, Snake Eyes. Scarlet. Okay, there they are. Now you can see all of them. Here are the twins. Remember them? Oh, this part is so cool. Yeah.